Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have got a really easy focaccia bread recipe for you because this is going to blow your minds. Focaccia bread is basically an Italian bread. I've put sea salt and rosemary in mine, but you can put whatever toppings you want on it, and it makes this deliciously crispy bread, if you can hear that. But it's really soft on the inside and it tastes amazing. So here is how to make my gluten-free focaccia.
The first thing you need to do in this recipe is activate your dried yeast. Now to do this, you want to dissolve some sugar in warm water. This should be around the same temperature as your hand, so when you pop your finger in, it doesn't feel like it's hot or cold. Stir your yeast in and leave it in a warm place for about 5 to 10 minutes. And while you're doing this, you can pop all your dry ingredients in a mixing bowl. So you need gluten-free bread flour, some salt and xanthan gum. Mix this all up nicely, and when your yeast looks nice and frothy like this, it's time to pour it into the mix. Now make sure you scrape it all out, and then you want to start beating your mixture with a wooden spoon. This is not like normal bread. You're going to form more of a thick, sticky batter, and you can see as you stir it in, it does start to get thicker. You want a bit of elbow grease here, so really beat it together until it's smooth with no lumps. Keep going with this, and when you're ready and you've got your smooth batter, it's time to add the olive oil. This is what makes focaccia bread so amazing. You're going to pour in the oil, and then you're going to start to mix it together again with your spoon. And at first it might seem like the oil is very separate, but as you beat it together it will start to combine with the mixture, and it will create this really smooth, lovely thick batter, as you can see here. So keep going until it's nice and thick and smooth, and then it's time to pour it into your tin. Now I've used a skillet, but any round baking tin will do. This is about 20 centimeters width. And what I'm doing is greasing it up with some olive oil. The more oil in this recipe, the better. Once this is nice and oiled up, I'm then going to put the focaccia mixture in the tin. The best way to do this is to oil your hands up with some extra olive oil and then gently pat the bread into place. And as you can see, I'm just being nice and gentle here, smoothing the bread out until it completely fills the tin in one even layer. Now for the really important bit, we want to prove the focaccia bread so that it expands. And the best way to do this is by oiling up some cling film with you guessed it, a little bit extra olive oil, and loosely sealing up this. So you want to make sure that there's no draft getting in, but there's also room for your bread to expand. And then I cover mine in a tea towel and pop it in a really warm spot. Tend to put it near a radiator if possible, and leave it for an hour. And as you can see, it is puffed up beautifully. This focaccia bread looks so good already, but it needs those trademark focaccia dimples. So once again, a little bit more oil, and this is the most fun part. Press your fingers into the bread to create these lovely little dimples, which are going to collect the olive oil. And also I'm going to pop some rosemary in there because I think there's nothing better than rosemary in fresh focaccia bread. So I'm just popping it in at random. You don't have to put it in every single dimple, but just enough so that it flavours the bread nicely when it cooks. Once all my rosemary is in place, you guessed it, more olive oil. I'm popping this on top, and this is going to ensure that the bread has a lovely crispy exterior. So once it's oiled up, it's time to go in the oven and bake it on a nice high heat until your bread is going to come out gorgeously golden brown and crispy. As you can see, once the focaccia bread is cooked, it looks amazing, and I wish you could smell it right now. The best way to test that it's cooked is to tap it like this, and if it sounds hard and hollow on the inside, then you're onto a winner. Once it's cooled down slightly, I sprinkle a little bit of salt on for flavour, and then once it's warm but not boiling hot, give it about 15 minutes for it to come out of the oven for the gums to settle, and then you can cut it up, and this focaccia bread is definitely best to eat warm. As you can see, it's lovely and crispy on the outside and squidgy and delicious on the inside. And look at those lovely holes as well. That's from where the bread has proved properly and the air has got into the mixture, and it's just amazing. So I really hope that you guys make this and enjoy it, and I hope this shows how easy it is.
So there it is, my gluten-free focaccia bread, and as you can see, I cannot wait to eat this. Now this is perfect served as a side dish instead of something like garlic bread with pasta, or you can have it to dip in soup, or you can just eat it fresh out of the oven like this. If you like this recipe and you tried it, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more recipe videos like this, and please subscribe to my channel because there's loads more gluten-free recipes on here already and to come. I will link some down below that I think you guys will like if you love this focaccia recipe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!